welcome to Pattaya. So do you have a trip coming up to Pattaya Beach and you're kind of wondering what is there in this area? Are you staying along the beach? This video I'm going to go over some of the things that you can expect to find every day here on Pattaya Beach. So let's get to it. So first things first, just kind of a heads up to people, if it's your first time coming to Pattaya, I would say that this city, in terms of a beach city, is totally different than what I expected the first time I came here. It is like party central, especially at night. It gets really lively. There's a lot of nightlife, especially close to the beach. Tons of bars, tons of clubs, and a lot of kind of questionable, potentially illegal activity going on. So if you're trying to avoid that type of stuff, Pattaya probably isn't the place for you to spend an extended period of time, but it's still a good time to come here, and it's definitely an area to check out in Thailand. At least do it once. But besides that, let's go over some of the things that you can expect to find in Pattaya. So one thing that you're going to be able to expect to find is a lot of these jet ski rentals and kind of banana boat things, and I'm sure you've heard many times to try to avoid jet ski rentals because, well, there's a lot of like damage scams going on where you'll rent a jet ski, you'll do a video around the jet ski of, you know, previous damage, and some of them will ask for a damage deposit or passport, and then when you come back they'll try to keep your damage deposit and try to say that some of the prior damage is from you. Same goes with like scooter rentals. You have to be really cautious on where you rent a scooter from. Go to a reputable place that has a lot of good reviews from foreigners, if you're a foreigner, that is, just to make sure that they're actually treating everybody equally and they're practicing fair practice. So jet ski rentals, I don't actually do this thing because I've been aware of all the jet ski scams. But if you do decide to go that route, maybe look and see if you can find like an actual good reputable company that has a website that has a lot of good reviews, and maybe avoid kind of the ones that don't have a website or don't have anybody that is able to put in a good word for them, because maybe they're actually doing it unlicensed, and maybe those are the ones that are trying to pocket a little bit of extra change. But just be aware of that if you're going to get into that type of stuff, the water sports. But there's also really good boat tours. I mean, you could hire a speedboat, go out and do some island hopping, go to Koh Lan. Ooh, that lightning was pretty close actually. But anyways, there's also a couple boats out here. They're like, the one is like a floating mall. There's like miscellaneous stores in it, restaurants, and there's a few other kind of little party boats out here that you can go out to. So that's pretty neat if you're interested in doing that kind of stuff. I don't know what the pirate boat is, if you can see that, but it's out here every night. I'm assuming it's another one of those boats that you can pay to go out on, but I'll have to look into that myself. Now, if you're thinking about coming out to the beach here in Pattaya and spending a lot of time on the beach, depending on the time of the year, be careful about the sun. If you come in April or March and parts of May, it gets really hot, so it feels really good, but make sure you put sunscreen on because it is violent. You can get sunburned in 10 minutes. Obviously, right now it's the end of May. We're starting to transition into a rainy period, so the weather is constantly unpredictable. Right now it's raining on me as I make this video a little bit, but I'm hoping that it'll just fly on by. There is some blue sky here and there. If you come end of May or June, July, August, September, whatever, expect rain. Not really the best time to go to the beach. Probably your best bet, like time frame to come to Thailand and go to the beach, would be like November and December, because every year it seems to be like extremely dry around that period of time. And last year, because I was obviously here at that time period, it was still in the 90s. So it was a perfect time to go to the beach. If you want to come to the beach and get out of the sun, your best option would be to rent a tent or a couple chairs under these little tents for a day. Most of them are around 100 baht for a day, so just under $3 US. Some of them will even negotiate. I've gotten one of those for 80 baht for a day before. Also, some of them if you buy a drink, like an alcoholic beverage or a coconut drink, or some food, they will even sometimes give you a spot for free while you're consuming whatever it is that you bought from them. So that is also something to keep in mind. If you're looking for a drink, ask them if you can get a free spot to chill and have your drink and then move on. But yeah, that is a good option to stay out of the sun. The other thing to remember, like I said, this is kind of a party town, and you're gonna notice a lot of garbage on the beach. They really should have somebody out here, or have more people, if there is already, cleaning this beach off regularly, because you get a lot of really weird people out here, sadly, and they just don't care, and they'll throw their bottles and everything else on the beach. And so it's not really the cleanest place on earth. I mean, right now I'm looking around and I'm seeing garbage here and there, so it is what it is. But if you want a cleaner beach and cleaner water and maybe a less lively beach, something that's just a little bit more laid back, maybe get a place out on Koh Lan, or go somewhere like Pattaya Beach, or maybe even Phuket would be a little bit more mellow and laid back than this, but still giving you a good nightlife if you want it. Now, if you haven't already booked any sort of accommodations, there is tons of places here on the beach front. You have one of the more popular, the Hilton, which is actually connected to Central Pattaya. I'm basically central of the beach right now, kind of like smack dab in the middle. Central Pattaya is a really good place if you need to buy anything in terms of clothes, swimsuit, electronic goods. I highly suggest Central Pattaya. And yeah, like I said, they have a pretty good hotel there connected to it, the Hilton. I'm not too sure about the prices, but I could assume that the prices would probably be higher than average. But it is a really good option if you want to be right on the beach and you kind of want, like, you know, maybe almost a 5-star hotel. I'm sure it's close. Otherwise, you do have tons of other options. There's many other hotels here that you can stay at. There's even a lot of like room shares. Like, you can get things for as low as $8 a night right on this strip right here. And then you can get, I've seen hotel rooms for just like a pretty basic hotel room with no pool for like $18 per night. So the best means of transportation when you're down here in Pattaya, I would say definitely would be the Bot taxi trucks. You just jump in the back. It's 10 baht typically. If you end up going a very far distance, they may possibly ask for 20 baht, but I've never run into that case. I've just heard of people saying some of them asking for more. Maybe it's because of the way that a person looks, I don't know. But I've always just paid 10 baht and been on my way. But you just jump in the back and you just go in the direction that they're going. And then when you're ready to get off, you ring the little bell, you get out, you pay them 10 baht and you're on your way. That's the other thing too, is if you plan to use those means of transportation, they kind of run down the beachfront road to Walking Street, and then they kind of come back around the other way, because these are one-way roads right here. But then there's also other routes that other drivers take around town. So if you can, look online and kind of learn the routes that they typically take, so you kind of have a good understanding of how to use those and the quickest way to get to wherever it is that you're going. Dude, I'm actually gonna make my way to the mall because I think it's gonna straight up like downpour in a minute. So let's get going here. But in the meantime, let's finish covering the means of transportation. There's also buses that run around, but I don't really see them all that much. I honestly am looking around right now, don't see a bus. In Bangkok, this bus is constantly running. You see them all over the place, but around here, very, very few of them that I ever see. I saw one on my way to the beach, but since then I haven't seen another one. So I don't know what their scheduling looks like, but there's definitely way more bot trucks than there is buses. So I try to just stick to the bot truck. We got totally rained out, and I ended up going into Mike's shopping mall, which I guess is not a bad topic to jump on. If you're looking for potentially shopping a fake market, Mike's shopping mall has a lot to offer. Otherwise, if you're willing to walk a block off of the beach, you can go to the Night Bazaar, which is also another good option. Both of these places have really similar inventory and prices, and both of them are typically negotiable vendors. So if they're asking 1,000 baht, you could potentially offer them less and get a better deal. So remember, keep that in mind when you're shopping at those places. Central Pattaya, Terminal 21 and stuff like that, not so much. Those are larger, more international type of stores, and the people that are working in them typically don't own them and cannot negotiate on the prices. One thing that you're going to notice a lot of on the beach front here and in Pattaya in general is the dispensaries, and they're everywhere. They're like on every street, I swear. The only thing is not every one of these shops is licensed. So that's another thing you should look into, is if you are into those type of recreational drugs or you're using them for some sort of medical purpose, make sure that you look into the shops and find a reputable licensed shop to buy from, so you actually know what you're getting. There's also a lot of restaurants like, you know, McDonald's and Burger King. You got Taco Bell right here in this mall where the Believe It or Not is, and tons of, you know, restaurants like that. If you for some reason are craving something from back home, pretty much, I mean, there's a freaking Subway, you know, right there even. So if you're kind of craving some of that type of stuff, it's here, readily available. You can find almost everything that you could possibly need on your vacation on the beach right here, but prices can be a little bit higher for some things here than they are in comparison to like Bangkok or Chiang Mai. So just expect that when you come here, you might pay a bit of a premium for the convenience of it being right on the beach. But, you know, in general, do I think Pattaya is worth a visit? I definitely do. I think it is a really cool place to see at least once in your life. Come here for a few days if you're not going to come here for an extended period of time. Just kind of explore the city, see all the things that there is to offer here. Maybe go to Koh Lan, maybe do some island hopping on a speedboat and have a good time. And then if it's not your vibe, you can move on. And if you like it, either stay longer or come back next time for a longer period of time. I don't think anybody should pass up the opportunity of coming here if they have it, but definitely it's not exactly what I thought, you know, when I first came here. I was kind of expecting it to be maybe similar to Tampa, you know, like a beach in Tampa or something like that. It's way different than that. It's so much more of a night scene, and there's a lot of, it definitely attracts a lot of the weirdest type of people. So just expect that when you come here. You know, it really is, it's not necessarily a tropical luxury getaway. It's a party city, and it's almost like a cross between Santa Monica and Las Vegas, but like with a lot more weird people. Weird people usually being the visitors. You get a lot of these like crazy alcoholics and stuff, but it is what it is. That's just kind of a part of the, what the hell is that? Kind of a part of the city. That's just the way it is. So I'm gonna kind of end the video here. Oh, I got a little droppy pool-rainy there. But like, you know, if you like the video, and if you have yet to subscribe, thanks for watching the whole video. If you got to this point, I definitely appreciate those of you that actually take the time out of your day and watch your video and watch my videos, watch your videos. Yeah, right, they're mine. And you know, come back for more. I plan to do a whole lot more. The rain has just kind of been the biggest hurdle right now when you plan something and all of a sudden it rains and it kind of washes all of your plans away for the day. But hopefully we can kind of make our way around that every so often and actually put out a decent amount of content still. I'll see you next time, and thanks again for coming. Ta-ta.